Well, good morning. Back in Maine. Mercy. Hey, Ray. Morning, my sweet George. Sweet, huh? Sweet, eh? I think that's pushing it, but okay, we'll go with it. There we go. I think that's really pushing it. Excuse me. Good morning, Joe. There will only be so many greetings that are an acronym for. It's funny that you do that. UHF and MSG. You seem to have a thing for initials. Blame it on the tism. I have a bottle of MSG. Use it in stir fry. Hey, as long as you enjoy it, great. And it doesn't give you a headache. Excuse me. Great. 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 All right, before I forget, happy Friday, guys. I'm off today because yesterday sucked. 50% sucked and 50% was actually not bad. I say ultra high frequency. No, Ray. I would never want you to change your ways. No. Is that undergated? Yeah. Okay. All right then. All right. Yo, homeboys, what be up? What's going on, Peter? Good morning. I watched Mikey Wine's live stream. Wednesday live stream yesterday. I mean, I usually I've been having a hard time being available to watch it on Wednesdays. The last, I don't know, must be month and a half, 2 months. So I watched it yesterday on the. Actually, I listened to it on the drive up, and it looks like Peter's now becoming almost a regular. Morning, 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 morning. Mike's working on. I think it was a good choice. I think he chose. And in case Mike is listening, and I'm gonna text it to him. Atreides ornithopter. He's working on the Dune Atreides flyers. Yeah, I cheated on you. What it is, what it is. All right, we're almost through here. We'll be adding the bug head. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he thinks of that. So far, look from what I heard, he's really enjoying it, which I don't blame him on because it definitely seems to be. I mean, it's a Meng model. I'm not going to attest that every Meng model is great since I haven't built every one. But it sure looks like it's going to be a good one for him. George is polystreamless. He is. Yeah, again, why do I hate poly undergating? This is why. Stupid. Anyway, as you can see, I'm up in Maine in my prison cell. That's now my nose. You can be that could be your new wrestling character, the Undergator. Yeah, exactly. Him as Polystreamosaurus. Peter. When the old and the infirm point out the old and the infirm. All right. It's weird that it's a Friday and it's a work day. I'm not gonna be doing a long session as I do have to get some stuff done with my wife this morning. I might just hang out with her a little bit before she has to get ready for work and help her out a little bit. Megasaur. Nice. Oh, you boys picking on me, picking on me. That's okay. I've been picked on by better. Maybe picked on by worse. Likely so. Yeah, likely so. Okay. Hey, you are likely correct. Okay, let's pop this thing off again. Fucking underdating. It's so bright. Nice. Hey, Nick, good morning. So that makes it look a little better. Mildly so. Okay, there we go. Now let's focus on you guys for a second. Again, because you're notice there's no paper towels. It'll freak him out. Hey, Peter. Anyway, how's everybody's Thursday? Okie dokie. All right. We got the heavy weapons. Disaster awaits, Ray. Good news, he already works at a mental facility. He's going to Meow Jane in the glitter box in Portland today? Nope. I am actually here with a mission. My wife and I are going to be watching my daughter dance at competitions today. Okay, for fuck's sake. And that's both today and tomorrow. It's kind of sporadically throughout the day. She's got 3 dances today, so I'm going to be heading over to my wife's office to watch that with her. And then this evening, we'll probably just do a little bit of shopping, but a little grocery shopping for some of the stuff. My wife's actually got it's a work weekend for her. Okay, so what the fuck is going on here? I don't think I cut anything incorrectly. I don't think. Having a really hard time trying to get a hose piece on here. Hey, Kevin, good morning. That piece is not right. Maybe it is right. Let's see. Nice. I'll have posters for sale at the competition. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. I'm only disappointed we weren't able to head down there this year. We weren't sure she was going to be on the in the dance, so we didn't plan on going. And then when she made it, it was too late. There's another honor roll event. Oh, nice! On the 22nd, she just told me yesterday. Sweet! Congratulations, Joe. That's great. Nick. So we're trying to explain to the HSE expert that the regulations actually stated about his deliverables to hazard states. Technologies only to have him send files containing tons of incomplete work as examples of how he is doing fine. Yeah. Nice. I love when people do that. Come on. I am okay struggling with this. I'm trying to figure out why. My meaty little fingers here are really having a hard time with this thing. I don't understand. I don't get it. Why am I struggling with this? I may set this aside for a moment. My temperature is starting to go up on this, so I don't want to. Trying to get this one little hose part to fit in here, and it doesn't seem to want to fit. Now, understanding Bandai well enough, it's usually the person, not the model. Not always the case. Let's see if that helps. If we continue this theme, you are struggling due to your thunderous incompetence. Thunderous incompetence. I would say so. I feel incompetent right now. I'm not going to lie. It's like I know how these parts should come together, and it should not be this difficult, right? Right. It's not as fun as what he once was, but he'll make it out with enthusiasm and willingness to experiment. Exactly. Excuse me. All right. Gonna give this another minute. If I can't get it on here, I'm just gonna work on this later. when I can do this off camera and not look like a complete and utter fool. I mean, for F's sake, this is not fucking rocket science. Well, looking ever so fly. That's me, fly. Ever so. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a look at this part closer later. Okay. We'll take a quick break from this. And so we talked a little bit about we can build model rockets if you want. They're available. Well, speaking of, so working from, I'm trying to work on something for the Kirk collection because we want to do a group show and tell and take a photo of the entire group models that we built, all of them, and then send a photo to his daughter who donated all of these to us. So looking at something that I wanted to build, I didn't want to build something too complex, which I'm sure given the quality of this model, it's going to be what it is. But I will be working on this. Basically the Japanese version of the Nazi jet. Sorry for a second. Get back to that in a bit. I mean, water slides and which actually is not a bad idea, and a vacuum formed canopy. Never dealt with vacuum form. Looking at the back end of this thing, it looks like it's pretty shitty molding. We'll see how it goes. And then that's the one runner. Which is interesting considering if you compare it to the Fine Mold's 1/48 scale and the amount of detail they included in their cockpit. Oh, that looks familiar. Hey, Edwin, good evening. I'm 6'4". Nice. Good evening, hello everyone. With the too old a daddy joke. Oh, that's a good daddy joke. Yeah, I like that one. Seems like a quick build. Seems like it's a quick build that'll take forever and a day. Let's go around where the is, then gently flex the plastic. Oh, I get the I get how to get it out. It's just looking at the back end of it. It doesn't look like it's contiguous. It looks like there's something going on with it. There's no weather up there, Pete. Hi, Edwin. So first thing I'm going to do is start working on the cockpit. I might work on the cockpit the next couple of days to just get it assembled. Can't tell if that's a part or not. You know, I'm not planning on doing anything else except for getting this thing finished. The interesting thing about this thing is looking at photos, they have it in a version that was, in Japanese colors. However, my understanding is that this thing never really flew in combat. Oh, you do some photo etch too. It never flew in combat. So that's interesting. Yeah, see, this is why I hate the box art. You start looking at the box art, you're looking at the model itself, and it's like, God damn, it's just some truly poorly done shit. The original the test colors were that this thing is primarily an orange model, which I may do. I might do in the test colors instead. We'll see. Got new model kits this week. Guys, cool. And from Warhammer 40K Orcs. Nice. Now you were looking for that one, if memory serves. Is that correct, Edwin? The source was so volatile that the two trucks weren't allowed on the runway at the same time. And that's what you had on your back. I love it. Okay. So Mr. Kirk did stuff like this. Like he would find articles. Yeah, here's the finish. This is the 1/48 scale version of this thing. That's likely what I'm going to end up doing. But it's also interesting. What is this skid plate down below? Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, because I'm not going to be doing that. This thing's going to be in flight mode. There are going to be no wheels on this thing. That's fascinating. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at that. How much time I got? Because I'm looking at that one. Only one store has it. Now I put it on the shelf. Wow, I finished the small ones. Nice. There's a U.S. re-engineered V1 rocket, and it's weird seeing a buzz bomb in U.S. colors. Yeah, why did they put it painted in U.S. colors? Okay. I'm going to take a guess. No, I shouldn't. I can probably look it up when this model, this is made in the Czech Republic. I can almost guarantee this model is from the 1990s. It might even be earlier for all I know. Let's take a peek. The only work I will do if I start, the only work I will do on this thing if I start it up here in Maine is just working on the cockpit. Then when I get back, I'm gonna work on this likely offline. Plastic is a really weird feel. Interesting. A little detail ain't too bad. Anyway, I know it doesn't look all that great given the amount of light here, but that's what we got. Hey, Ken, good morning. It's just reverse engineered, but the B2 was reverse engineered from a Heinkel long-range bomber prototype. Yeah, I did not know that. The stuff you loin. The stuff you loin. Okay. Set that right there. Yeah, I'm gonna likely do it in this this fashion, and I may end up like the Hinomarus. I'll likely end up doing those. I don't care how accurate this is going to be. I just want to get it done. Got to figure out what color orange that is. Okay, let's take a look at this thing very, very quickly. All right, painting scheme. Oh, good. We got painting colors. Oh, cooperativa. Yeah, I don't think so. Was scared of the Japanese submarines. Also carriers. They immediately destroyed them in fear of an opposing force developing them before us. Yeah, I got to tell you, those Japanese subs, the ones with the planes inside, those are pretty cool. I've been debating picking up a model of that. The question is, picking it up and actually doing something with it are two different things. I may do that. I may just assemble the cockpit all up here. Why not? I mean, it's not a lot left after that, really. I'm not going to do the wheels. I'm not going to do the skids at all. Don't care. Oh, that's interesting. Is that what that is? It looks like all the little doodads on the inside are photo etched. The cockpit has a lot of photo etched. I think I've got CA with me. I got to take a look. You need a peroxide tanker truck to go with it. Yeah, no. Again, I'm looking to just get this done so I can be part of the group photo. That's all I care about. I'm not interested in. Let's open this thing up. I'm not interested in doing anything more than that. Little stone base, acrylic rod, rammed up its ass to get this thing in a flight mode, and that's it. Yeah, these hydrogen peroxide is catalyst. Yep. Yeah. So interesting. That's the photo. I'm going to see how close I can get here. A lot of that stuff is in the cockpit, interestingly enough, except for I think one piece that's going to go, including seat belts. That's cool. And then even in addition, they have, let's see if you guys can see this. It's like a clear part as well for the dash. Check your stash for a tanker truck. I'll build it for you. He doesn't have a tanker truck. 99% of what he had there was plane model. Maybe 95. Then he had some old Heller sailing ships and one box of tanks. Get rid of that. This will be fun. So I'm trying to, oh, there it is. Oh, that's interesting. So none of the dash stuff goes in until the very end. Interesting. Oh, rather. I see how it's done. Okay, cool. It's an interesting way. It's like you get half of it built and installed inside, and then the rest of it is like the dash is actually done after the model is almost fully assembled. He said one piece. Nerd. Such a nerd. I'm a nerd. All right. Let's try this thing one more time, and if I can't get this piece put on, I'm going to start on the plane. Do-do-do. Since I've now spent 15 minutes trying to get one part put on here. Dummy. In fact, let's do it this way. There's nothing on here that should be preventing it from sliding in. Did you say start to complain? Might have sounded that way, that's for sure. I may end up. They're saying do this afterward. I'm going to do it first. Fuck that. See if I can do it this way and then slide the helmet on. Anyway, as you're watching me struggle with this, what are you guys doing? It's Friday. Anybody got anything special planned for the weekend? Anything special going on now? Peter's sitting there giving his clients grief. Ray is trying to build rockets. Every night, Pinky. Now we learn why Jesus has issues with deadlines, 30-second task taking 25 minutes. Oh, yeah. I like that nickname, by the way. When all else fails, pull out the big guns. I can't get enough leverage on this thing. That's the crazy thing about this thing. Let's try that again. I see where the part's supposed to go now. I mean, more clearly at least. And it's like I still can't get enough leverage. It's very, very tight, and trying to get the leverage on this thing is really, really miserable. This may be, maybe I'm wrong. This may be some of the worst engineering. This specific part, there it goes, is some of the worst engineering I've seen from a Bandai kit. It's just really difficult to do. And by worse, it's still better than most others. Okay, there we go. Got it on. Now that I can see what the fuck I was doing. You pronounce that with a G-sus? I think that is correct. Okay. I think everybody else is asleep. That's okay. Okay. That sounds pretty windy. Okay. That one went a lot more easily. I love it. Okay. Let's get its bug antenna up now. A28. All right. Later, Joe. Have a good one, brother. May your Friday go smoothly and quickly. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Sorry, guys. There we go. I do like that look a lot. That's a really nice looking helmet. It's a nice looking helmet. So yeah, so maybe tomorrow what I might end up doing is I may end up working on the plane cockpit. And then once that's done, I'll return to this thing. I'm up here today through Monday, unless for some crazy reason plans change. So tomorrow I'll work on, like I said, I'll work on the plane cockpit. I just got to see if I have any. I'm not going to need the CA because that stuff doesn't get photo etched. Take it back. There is some photo etch on the in the cockpit. I want to see if I have any CA, and if I do, great. Thought I did. Okay. Plain coffin. I don't think that's what I said. Plain cockpit makes more sense. Yes. In fact, as soon as I get this part on, I think this is it for the head. Yeah. I mean, that really is a sweet design. Not going to lie. That is a really sweet design. Okay. Let's see if we have any CA glue. And my little bag of tricks. That's some movie vibes. I think it might. I like its buggy look. Okay, nothing in there. Careful with those blades. And I have no CA. I'll see if my wife does. I might start on that. We'll see. All right. I think I bored people to tears. Looks like everybody's kind of bailed. Losers. Okay. Do I want to start on the arm units? Nah, I don't think I do. No, I'm going to say that for later. Let's go to the cockpit. 2 models at once. I love it. Great Models web store. Low prices guaranteed. Greatmodels.com. I wonder if they still exist. Never heard of them. What magazine was this in? Oh, Fine Scale from 2005. I'd be surprised. Mr. Surfacer 500, $4.95. You have KY jelly in your stash? Yes. Because you just never know when you need that extra lubricant. Okie dokie. Let's see what we're going to start with. I think we're going to start with a couple. Yeah, you know what? We are going to start with this. So this is part of where's the there it is. Oh, plastic has a really interesting feel. Talk about these are like I understand these are what they call low run models. Basically somebody in their garage, I'm guessing, is probably making this because of the passion they have for it. I think that's cool. For subjects that aren't out there. Of course, there is. Is there? Oh yeah, there it is. That's the line. Oh, good. So there's an upside and downside to this thing. I love it. So this thing is already leagues better than than that Era Comet that I was working on. And at least it has a place that, like, here's a marking where something will go. No, wars to Sprue Brothers. Oh, really? Does it really? Interesting. Yeah. So I'm assuming this company in Utah. Bye bye. Facility model shop. Oh yes, I know who we know who Sprue Brothers is. Sprue Brothers is a well-regarded traditional online shop here in the United States. Okay. All right. We got that done. Oh yeah, that's a gate. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Let's get this big bulky thing glued on the back. Oof. That's a gate. That is one hell of a nub. Yeah. This may definitely be a just bang it out model. I'm not looking. I mean, it's. I know me well enough, and I've mentioned this all the time. It doesn't take much for me to look at a model and start instantly thinking, what can I do to it to improve its quality? And I'm trying to avoid doing that where possible, because otherwise, I'm never going to complete something. I'd love to get this done in the next few weeks. You know. Is that possible? Doubt it, but we'll see. It's a simple enough model, as long as you don't do anything too much to it. And look, I'm not gonna plasmo it. For a simple aircraft, you didn't go crazy to make it look nice. Sung as bloodhound gangs, nothing but mammals. You and me and Jesus are the only ones talking, but that'll have to do as age causes issues. Watch. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm always actually, I'm fascinated by how many people are actually on. Let's see, participants. Who do we have? We have 5 people on, of which I'm only seeing 3. So, whatever the count is, I mean, it's basically you and Ray are the only 2 who are theoretically on. But who knows? Maybe the count's all off. I mean, who knows? I don't know what YouTube does, but that's all I'm seeing right now. Okay. Sweet. Do I mean nothing? According to YouTube, you mean nothing. Okay. So they're saying this gets glued onto. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So I got to get this back of this part 6. What the fuck that is? Assuming it's that. I may carve some striations into the headrest. Oh, you knew I've never seen you here before. Jesus only considers active. I'm just looking up here and I saw I just clicked the participants. I mean, I see Nick now because maybe he participated. I don't know. I see, yeah, as soon as you say something, we are the silent majority. And you just like to remain silent. What time is it? Yeah. About another 10 minutes or so. Yuck. You wanted to call me a minority. Right. Nice. Those gates are awful. The nubs on these things are huge. There we go. I mean, they include photo etch seat belts, which is pretty impressive considering the limitation of the limitation of the detail on this part. Okay. Almost there. We prefer person of character. We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed men. The leaning dealer. A headpiece filled with straw glass. Ken. Eesh, it sounds cold. Last night driving up here, it's like got caught in a little bit of a snow squall. That was fun in a not fun kind of way. Okay. And I think, therefore, I think that's done. Just do a little bit of a quick pass along the entire edging here. But this part feels like it's now clean. Great. Let's glue it on. You. Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? No TSL. A little, not a lot. I'm not a big poetry guy. What I do is pretend to be one of those deaf mutes for a while. Speaking of labels, we're mega making all Gundams amazing. Nice. Ooh, no. Can't. Yeah, just can't. I just can't. Graduated from Belchertown School of the Feeble-Minded. All right, and I won't make that joke. Yeah. Good. Mercy. This is oh my gosh, this is like a new bottle. Stop the press. Okay. Shift it over a bit. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, that's pretty well centered, I guess. It's an interesting way of doing this, that's for damn sure. I mean, this is definitely if you're expecting like Bandai engineering on this thing, it's like the opposite end of it. I'm trying to get used to the early start time. I just realized when my shift changes to 6, the next day is daylight savings time. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna suck. Starting early and getting and losing an hour at the same time. Yuck. I didn't think I could get into a school with such accolades. Major risk. Oh man. Wow. Wow. That's all I'm gonna say to that guy. almost like Ken's coming from a place of experience there. Okay, we need something to prop this up on a little bit. Oh, it's one day, then the other, and then just 6 days in a row. So 8 to 7, 10 hours. Then Saturday 6 to 3, and on Tuesday it's going to be effectively 5 to 3. Class of 92. Nice. I'm definitely calling out at least one day. Bonus points to whoever can tell me where that is from. Robert. What is from? Well, I don't blame you there, Robert. I mean, I didn't call out sick today. It's like I needed to take a vacation day, and this worked out really well because this week was shit. All right, I need a little more visibility here. Let's see. I'm assuming this is going up like that. Well, we'll see what happens. See, it's kind of wild there. I mean, I don't think I'm missing anything here. I don't think I got the wrong part here. Well, maybe I did. I don't think so. No, that's the big kahuna. Maybe I did get the wrong part. Let's take another look here. Fuck is that? That is part 7. Part 7 is this big piece of plastic, which, all right, we might have to do a test on this thing. Let's get this plane over here. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Right, custom painted arm, hockey helmets for us. Nice. Brakes are needed. Yep. I know I'm 6 days into a new build. Been hoping to finish it within a week, but I may miss it by day. That's not bad though. One day, not bad. Dusted Kaleido primer on it and some acrylic. Streak effects over acrylic base. Trying to find weathering techniques that don't use enamels. Yeah. That's a good thing. I believe gouaches are water-based. You might want to take a look at that as well, Robert. Okay, this is the bottom of the plane. So if this thing sits in here like so, like I said, I have a bit of a loss. This thing is straddling this piece. I mean, it's interesting. The drawing, okay. So real quickly, this is supposed to sit like that on top of that part. But notice this upper part is wider than this lower part. In the drawings, it is not. So, okay. So the question is, do I even want to just glue this whole thing into the base and start building it out from there? I mean, it's possible. I might just do that. In fact, we're probably going to stop here in the next couple of minutes. Jesus, man. Fucking gates on this thing are fucking incredible. I don't mean incredibly good. I haven't tried AK watercolor pencils yet, but I wanted to try that next time. I was using primarily Vallejo Mac washes for streaking, and a mix of hairspray and sponge chipping. Yep, test fit the big piece in the fuselage. Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly. I'm not even test fit. I'm just gonna start building it inside of the fuselage itself. Man, that means I'm gonna have to clean this thing up first. Okay, I'm gonna leave all that stuff here for a second, guys. We're gonna leave that there. So I'm gonna be this is simple models that require like you. It's almost like the guys who come up with this thing say, "All right, you figure it out. Here's the model. How does it come together? Well, you figure it out." Okay. Brand new 400. My hands on Flory washes you recommended through Spruce and Bruce. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Flory washes I'm actually kind of curious about because I know that Spruce and Bruce has definitely been using them and he's been talking about it pretty successfully. Where did you get those from, Robert? I need to try those and found an acrylic dry pigment binder I want to get. Acrylic on acrylic is more challenging to use than enamels, but safer. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Just paint the canopy black and call it a day. No, I actually do want to make this thing look good. I'm not looking to make it look like shit just to get it done. I mean, I have some decency here. That's all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the cleanup on this thing, and then I'm going to call it a session today, guys. Ooh, studio change? In a way, we're I'm staying up here in Maine for the next few days. This is a spare room in the house that my wife has. Ooh. I went through high altitude hobbies. High altitude hobbies. Nice. Robert, I'd like to love your take on. So I'm just looking, there's a truck out there that's been stuck out there for a while. Love your take on them. I have a sci-fi aircraft I want to try them on, but I want to see if they're viable for Gumbo. Oh, here's the thing. They're absolutely viable for Gumbo. Why wouldn't they be? If it works on a traditional model, it should absolutely work on a Gundam. Remember, a model is a model. A model is a model. Classic conundrum. Can ability match up to ambition? And my general feeling on that is it can. Generally speaking. The question, it really comes down to, and it's a phrase that I've been really enjoying using a lot recently, is the juice worth the squeeze? On the Air Comet, it just wasn't. It's just like, I got enough models to build. I don't need to fight to build this one. This one here is a much, much better model than that one was. Oh, sure. I mean, more. There's some paint products that will work well for clean builds and some that won't. I suppose. I've never understood that. I think it's about, a paint is a paint. It's basically it gets applied. Do you need a shiny surface? Do you need a matte surface? Do you need a specific color? Just ultimately, I don't know. I mean, and I'm not talking about the quality of paint. I'm just talking about generically a paint. And any paint will work on any model. And before anybody says, what about watercolors? It's like, come on, guys. You know what I'm getting at. What the hell is that? A little flip of plastic there. It's a matter of learning the limitations of the product. That's all. Yeah, exactly. Understanding it. This is the thing that, like I said years ago, that Phil taught me. Phil's like, you just have to understand the material. And once you understand the material, its application is you can make it work. Even like I said, like I'm not a big Mission Paints fan. I don't care for Mission Paints, only because they have a very particular way that you need to apply them. And those who use them and love them, they're willing to, again, is the juice worth the squeeze? And for them, the answer is yes. For me, it's not. Don't care. There are enough other quality paints out there. I can use those. Okay. So with that, we've now got this thing cleaned up. I'm going to work on this tomorrow. So this will be I think I am going to work on this weekend. I think I'd rather work on this than the Denange. The Denange is easy enough to snap up, but this I want to get done for the club. So I'll probably work on the cockpit of this thing, or as much of it as I can get done, and then we'll return to the Denange. That might be this weekend. It might not. We'll see. All right, so let's see what we got here. About the ability for it to fit the need for a clean dumper build. I'd want it to settle in panel lines, but be able to clean up an entire. I found some acrylic washes just cannot clean up as well as an enamel wash. Yes, because of their properties. Or it could clean up entirely, or it could leave a dusty, dirty outside the pan. Okay, fair enough. Again, understanding the properties. If it doesn't clean up fully, it's still viable for weather builds. Yes, as opposed to non-weather builds. Yeah, fair enough. What about Citadel stuff, Robert? And with that, I'm calling it a session. Yeah, definitely. All right, my friends. I'll leave all this here, like so. I'll work on this later. Who knows? Maybe I'll get bored and work on this too. Citadel is a no-go for clean. Already tried. Interesting. Remember, neither milk nor farts are supposed to be lumpy. Oh, and with that thought, we're done. All right, guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I appreciate it. Hey, look, go out there and do good. It's a messed up, crazy world out there. And there's always, look, there are people who just have hatred in their hearts. And it's a matter of, can you get that hatred to be removed and replaced with love? And for some, the answer is yes. And for some, the answer is no. But let's at least try. All right. Go out there and show the world kindness, love, and respect, and do good by others. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.